give you a speech on about how skiing has the progression of the sport has changed and how the technology has come along with it. Skiing is definitely one of the oldest sports in today's society. It's been around for about 5,000 years, and necessarily wasn't exactly a sport back then. It was definitely a way of transportation and an aid in hunting. So back then, I mean, that was that. And then today, people still do ski as transportation and aid in hunting, maybe in the northern regions of the hemisphere of the world, but mostly we just ski for the fun of it and strictly sport. So back in the 60s and 70s, skiing caught on as a huge thing. It was so big, and if you were a winter person, skiing was the family thing to do. And so ski hills all across America opened up, and so in this time period of history, skiing was strictly downhill. There was not very many tricks, and snowboarding came out in the late, we'll go 80s, and if you were a snowboarder, you were just a bad kid. I mean, you were looked down upon, a no good doer. So, and all the way to the 90s, skiing was pretty popular, and then, so that's that. And then, and today, skiing has changed completely, the type of skiing. It used to be all downhill skiing. Now, if you want to ski, it's usually about freestyle, and it's all about the big power lines and the huge kickers, and a lot of terrain parks have come out over today's ski resorts, and if you want to be a popular ski resort, you have to have a terrain park, because a lot of kids come all around the world to ski terrain parks. So, skiing has evolved quite a bit from transportation to strictly freestyle and having fun. But with this, the technology has come a long way as well. When skiing started with cavemen, they pretty much used planks of wood and leather straps, and they'd just slide around on that. But in the 60s and 70s, there was the big boom for skiing, and with that came along the need for new technology. One of the best things and it's still around, it's probably one of the most popular things, was the pre-release binding, and it was where your foot would pop out of your ski before you twisted your ankle, and you used to actually tie your feet to your skis, and when you fall out of your skis, you have your skis banging around, hitting your heads. It was never good. So that was no fun. In the last 20 years, we've had a huge change in the type of skiing, so along with that, the type of skis has changed quite a bit. We've gone from racing skis to freestyle skis. Twin tips are probably one of the biggest advancement in the last 20 years, 15 years I'd say. And as I said, twin tips, so there's going to be tips on both sides of the ski, so you can either ski backwards, take off, backwards, land backwards, all that good stuff. Rocker technology is the newest technology known to, or just the most recent, or otherwise known as early rise technology. And it's where a ski, only about a third of the ski actually touches the ground, because as soon as it gets past your feet, the ski actually rises up, and this is prime for big powder hunters and whatnot looking for power lines. But if you want to do a groomer, they're no good because you can't hold an edge, because hardly any of the skis touching the ground. So the technology is still changing and is always, or it's just working on its way, and ski companies are on their way to finding a ski that is a early rise technology, but also is very versatile. And so yeah, skiing's been around for a long time. The progression of the sport has changed a lot, and I'm excited to see what's going to be in my lifetime and generations to come. Thanks for listening, guys.